Welcome to All About Football. I'm Charlene Smith, and today I'm joined by a very special guest, a Man United fan, Stan.
Yeah. Hi, you right?
Stan, what's going on? It's nice to see that Man U fans are back out after you guys were hiding last week. Your 1-0 loss against Arsenal at Old Trafford.
Yeah, we lost against you guys. We lost. I wouldn't say hiding. It was more just reflection, you know? We were just reflecting.
If that's what you want to call it.
Yeah. We were just reflecting. I was annoyed, if I'm honest with you, and I still am, but it is what it is.
Mate, well, today you needed a win. I mean, how big of a game would you say today was?
In terms of actually accumulating points and obviously getting up the table, it was big. But for me personally, I was annoyed actually because I kind of wanted us to lose because Ollie needs to go. But, you know, with today's victory, I think he's saved himself maybe 2 or 3 more games, I'd say. But yeah, just in terms of, that's just my own personal, you know, thing right there. But in terms of like the actual bigger picture, you know, it was a good and important victory today.
I mean, there's been so much speculation around Ollie as well. You've just said you feel he needs to go. Tell me why.
I just feel like in terms of having that respect and the players looking at him as if, you know, he's someone that they can actually like look at as someone that's going to take us forward. I don't see that. I think he's lost on, well, I'd say more than half of the players in the changing rooms. I think it's a situation now where I feel like a lot of the players are just waiting for him to, you know, exit, and there's not really much effort. A lot of people are shrugging shoulders on the pitch. There's not really much of a togetherness, even though they keep saying togetherness. You know, I don't really see it on the pitch. And in terms of his formations and just personnel changes, it's too much. Like, he just keeps switching it up every game, and he's not allowing like a set 11 to actually, you know, build a chemistry, you know, game after game. And the games are coming thick and fast as well, you know, due to, you know, COVID. So it's just like, I get that, you know, he's probably thinking burnout and stuff like that, but at the same time, there's certain players that are being mixed and matched with each other each game that don't understand, you know, what the other teammate is asking of them, and that's just simply down to just not having enough games together. So it's just annoying.
Do you think the fact that new signings have come in, he's perhaps trialing out new things?
I mean, he hasn't done nothing with Donny van der Beek. Like, he's done nothing with him. He's not playing him, which is, it's annoying me. Like, why would you bring him to the team and hardly play him? Doesn't make any sense. But
I mean, there's even been times where you see Van der Beek sitting in the stands, like looking confused himself. Like, what am I doing here? Yeah. Is this really what I've signed up to?
I had a chat with a few of my boys last week and even my brother, and I came to the conclusion that I don't think Van der Beek was Ollie's signing. And funny enough, yesterday night, my boy actually came with a theory that I thought about, and I was like, you know what, I think he's right. I think what's happening is because Ollie didn't get his targets, and clearly the Donny van der Beek signing was, you know, a higher up signing. It's a case now where he's kind of giving them the middle finger by not playing them much, because it don't make any sense where, in terms of needing that creativity, like, there's only so much sometimes Bruno can do until he gets tired. And Donny makes intricate runs, and he's a really, really intelligent player in terms of positioning himself and, you know, getting into the final third. And we need that, do you know what I mean? But he insists on playing McTominay and Fred, which I think is so irrelevant and so stupid. But that's Ollie for you, you know?
Which we saw, I mean, with Van der Beek when he came into that game. I think it was the Champions League game where he read the game so well. He had such a good performance. I mean, on the back end of that, don't you think, all right, it's time to perhaps bring him into the team a bit more?
Yeah, definitely. I think Ollie is doing this thing where he's trying to keep everybody happy. And by keeping everybody happy, he's putting people out of position. Like, Pogba the last 3 games has played on the left side of midfield, which for the life of me, I do not understand. Why are you playing him on the left side of midfield? He's athletic, but he's not fast, you know? So you're asking him to bomb up and down. Hence the reason why we conceded the penalty to you guys last weekend, because it's just that's not him, you know what I mean? So it's funny. I think it was Gary Neville that said it, that I can't remember who it was after the game, that Ollie needs to be selfish. Like in that game against Arsenal, I would have rather him have left Pogba on the bench than put Pogba on the left side of midfield, because for most of that game against you guys, Arsenal, it felt as if we were playing a man down, because Pogba was just basically irrelevant on the left-hand side, and it was just frustrating. So, yeah.
I mean, as an Arsenal fan, I'm definitely not complaining about that.
Of course you wouldn't. You're good with it. You're good with it, man.
Right, so getting back to today's game, I mean, how nervous was you coming into today's game? Because it feels like there was so much sort of riding on it.
Do you want to be honest with you? I wasn't nervous because I had kind of just not cared. Like, I literally watched the game with like a nonchalant approach to it. I was like, it is what it is. But I think before the Arsenal game, I would have been very nervous because Everton were literally on a roll. What Ancelotti is doing with that team is amazing, and the way that he's integrated the new signings. Like, before the Arsenal game, if we'd won the Arsenal game, I would have been super nervous today. But I just didn't feel anything. It was just like, it is what it is. If we win, lose, draw, it is what it is. I'm just annoyed with everything that's happening at the moment with my club.
So when you was 1-0 down as well, was it just like, it is what it is?
I was like, here we go again. The circus has begun. The circus has begun. Here we go again. I was like, get your popcorns out, ladies and gentlemen, because the circus is in town. We started again. But Bruno, special man, got us out of jail today. So,
with that second goal as well, would you say that was a Bruno or Rashford goal? Because it was given to Rashford. To me, it looked like that was Bruno's goal. Rashford did go to head it, but it didn't look like he got a touch on it.
That was definitely a Bruno goal. But let me tell you something about that goal in particular. If that hadn't gone in, we would have had to slaughter Rashford today, because how do you miss a header? Like, even if he had, like, please just get contact. Like, even if he had missed it, fine. But the fact that he didn't even make any contact, I was like, you're lucky. You're lucky the ball went in. Because honestly, that was really bad from Rashford. Like, to miss the ball completely, nah. But nah, I'll give that to Bruno. That was 100% Bruno's goal.
There was opportunity as well. I mean, you guys led 2-1 throughout the whole second half. There was opportunity, though, for Everton to equalise in the second half. Well, right before the full-time whistle. What was your feeling then? I know you're not bothered anyway.
Do you know what? I kind of, it's funny that the second half I watched it as a neutral, which is crazy because obviously it's my team playing. But we defended really well in the second half. Lindelof, he had a rocky patch and a rocky start to the season, but he's really been playing well, in my opinion. And today, we really nullified Hammers to the point where Hammers was dropping back into the fence to collect the ball because we literally suffocated him. Scotty, great performance today. Fred played well as well, you know, a little bit erratic, you know, when he's trying to be a creator. You know, just stick to what you do best. You know, I think that's why we noticed that Scotty does a lot more, because he does the simple things effectively. But in terms of just the defensive setup, Maguire played very well as well today. Honestly, I don't really think De Gea had much to worry about in the second half, if I'm honest.
With Maguire as well, that foul from Pickford, would you have given a penalty for that?
100% that's a penalty. Listen, that guy Pickford is one dodgy character, man. Yeah, that guy's a dodgy character. Like, literally, I don't know how that's not a penalty, in my opinion. So, no, that one confused me. I was like, that's 100% a penalty, but, you know, is what it is.
With Bruno, he was playing on a yellow. Do you feel like he was playing a bit on the risky side. I mean, the challenges he was going in for on a yellow as well. What's your take on that?
You know what? If there were fans in attendance today, it could have been a different story because, you know, fans have a really big say sometimes in situations like that. But do you know what? I feel like in the second half, he kind of controlled himself a bit. Obviously, Pickford tried to be a little cheeky, you know, Allen as well. You know, a few guys are trying to, you know, get my man Bruno sent off. But, you know, Bruno was like, no, not today. It ain't happening.
And who would you give man of the match to?
Oh, I would see, the obvious answer would be Bruno, but I would go, it'd be between McTominay and Lindelof for me today. I would, if I had to pick one, I'm going to go with McTominay today.
All right. In Olay's post-match interview as well, he did mention that he feels like they were set up to fail. The fact that you guys had a Champions League game on Wednesday and then today's fixture, Shaw is perhaps going to be out with an injury. Do you feel the same? Are you a bit upset with how close the fixtures are together?
I can't lie to you. I said to my boy, because my boy said to me yesterday, oh, we're playing today as in Saturday. And I was like, no chance, we're playing on Sunday. And then he texted me, he was like, no, Stan, you guys are playing today. And I was like, how? Like, we just played on Wednesday. So, I think that was unfair because it doesn't really make any sense. Like, if we played on Tuesday, then cool, no problems playing on Saturday. But where I would have understood if we played Istanbul at Old Trafford because we're at home. But where we've come from Turkey, come back, and not really had time to rest, recover, and then get thrown in. And it's not even a Saturday evening game. It's a Saturday early afternoon game. Like, it was a bit wild for me, but, you know, I guess we're going to forget about it now because we won. So
got all 3 points.
Yeah, we did. Slowly. You know, we're getting there slowly, you know. Slowly but surely.
We're going into international break now. After that, you guys have got West Brom. Do you think that's another opportunity to get 3 points, or you losing a bit?
Are we playing them home or away? I don't know even.
I think you're away.
I mean, on paper, we should get 3 points, but it's Man United, so we'll see. Do you know what? We got to deal with each game like on a match-to-match basis. You know, we kind of can't do what, you know, the Liverpools and the Man Cities of the world can do, where they can afford to look ahead of and then look past certain teams. We got to deal with every single team every week because it's Man United. So we'll see. We'll see.
You've also got Istanbul at home as well.
We'll see. Like, I mean, Istanbul, those boys, I didn't really know too much about them, but very, very fast bunch of boys over there. So, you know, I mean, they ran us off the pitch on Wednesday. So, you know, we'll have to wait and see what happens.
All right, Coolio. I mean, if you was to see Olay out the door, is there another manager that you've got in mind that you'd like to see come into your club?
Probably Allegri. If not Allegri, then, you know, Pochettino. But yeah, probably Allegri. I was team Pochettino for a long time, but then I thought about it and I was like, well, Allegri's super established, and, you know, no offense to Pochettino, you know, he did what he could with Tottenham, but, you know, resumes matter, and Allegri has a resume, so I'd go with Allegri.
All right. Well, you've heard it there from Stan, his reaction to Manchester United on a whole, management, as well as today's game. Get active in the comments. Let us know your thoughts on the game and Manchester United's future. Thanks so much for joining me today, Stan.
No problem, no problem.
Right, so this is Stan. I'm Charlene Smith, and we're out.